Welcome back, guys, to the Pixel Forge podcast. I am your gaming guru, Sean.
Is that because of what we were just talking about?
And I'm here with the main space marine and orc killer.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Josh.
Hello again. Yeah, I like that. That was a good start. There you go. Guru, you know.
I didn't even tell you about that. Did that?
Doing a reverse card, yeah.
I appreciate everyone stopping by the podcast this week. I hope you all had a good week. How you been this week?
Yeah, not too bad. I was a bit ill sort of the beginning, like end of last week, which messed up the beginning. Yeah, I think it's...
Is that because of me, obviously? I was sick last podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm all right now, but it's just, yeah. But otherwise, yeah, I'm fine. All things are happening, which we'll get into shortly. But, yeah.
No, it's been good. It's been good this week. Appreciate everyone that's been listening to the podcast and following and everything like that. And also the comments as well. We're greatly appreciative of everything like that going forward.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've got lots of stuff to talk about today. Yeah. Obviously, our podcast consists of us talking about our businesses. We have obviously our gaming side, weekly news and stuff, and obviously deep dive into the Warhammer tabletop side as well. So there's a lot to cover in this little show that we do.
You can call it a show.
Yeah. But yeah, appreciate everyone coming. And yeah, let's dive into it. Business news.
Have you got anything? Because normally you say you haven't got a lot, so we start with you. So.
I got a little teaser.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I ain't got nothing to show you right this second, but my logo, I'm redoing the logo. I actually got pictures on my phone. I haven't shown you it either.
Oh, you haven't?
But I just wanted to save it to now. But yeah, I got new logos on the way. I feel like I'm just trying to even though the business is running right now, I just want to it's almost like rebrand and relaunch myself in a way as well. So hence why I was hopefully got the events and stuff coming up and other things we're going to talk about later on. But yeah, so that's happening. And obviously I told you about the leaflets and stuff and other things like that happening as well. Hopefully end of the month as well, all that stuff. And yeah, that's it right now. I'd say if you need me right now, I told you guys, Gaming Party Pro is on the Instagram. So hit me up if you need a party, cover wedding events, anything like that. So yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, that's cool. Good. You got something to do this week. Finally, you got something. Normally it's just turn up to the website, do your thing. Yeah, I've got a few bits to be fair.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go indeed. So I think I'll start with obviously we streamed again.
Yes.
On Thursday, which is pretty cool. Got a few new followers and friends. Yeah, it was a good. Thank you.
I tuned in.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for showing up. Yeah, which is really cool. I quite like doing those streams because I think it just breaks up the week, but two, it's kind of adds an extra bit of flavour. And again, it kind of focuses on my wargaming stuff. Whereas obviously for you, once we get you going, you'll have all your gaming streams and stuff as well. And we'll intersect and do stuff together.
I will get to the streaming side. Don't get me wrong, guys. I know obviously there's a lot of just Josh on the stream, but I will be doing the streams as well, either from my house or, as I say, if I go to his, and we'll both co-stream and stuff like that. So you will see me on the streams, I promise.
Good. But yeah, it's cool. And I'm working on the YouTube and Twitch, the content going from Twitch to YouTube. I've already got 2 streams on there. It's just at the moment figuring out what makes sense and what we can do that isn't a lot of work for us. And I know that sounds like a crazy thing to put a lot of work in, but just to make it all kind of flow logistically, isn't it? That's kind of what we want. So keep an eye on YouTube. We've got YouTube. We've got a few other things going on, and we'll do our best to make sure that we've got plenty of content everywhere.
This is it.
You know what I mean? Then the other side, some exciting news from Jamelia. She hasn't really fully announced it, but she's kind of working on a new side hustle. I guess you call them side hustles now, right? So she's working on that, and she'll have some exclusive product on my website. She'll have product on her website and the site she's going to be using to host all of her stuff. But we're going to work on a couple of exclusive things that will only be on my website as well, because again, that'll help drive traffic for me.
Can we say what the stuff is, or do you want to leave it towards
I won't. I'll leave it for now because I'm mentioning it now because it's all part of the stuff that's coming. Right. So I want it all to be part of that process.
Right, it's coming soon, guys.
It's coming soon. Yeah, it's coming soon. Don't worry. I just want to make sure that on the other 2 things that I say, that's part of the things that are happening, right? Because then we got the other thing that we've got is they recorded. Now I don't know if they've given all the details and stuff like that, but I'm working with another podcast. As a friend, Sean, another Sean, from university, actually. I haven't spoken to him for a long time, and he saw me starting to work on my 3D business and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to work with them to do a bit of a giveaway.
Okay.
Again, I won't say what the giveaway is because I know they recorded in the week, but I don't think they have
announced
it because I haven't seen the episode up, but I need to check again anyway. But I'm working on a giveaway with them, so check them out. Brush Liquor Cub on Spotify, pretty cool podcast. They talk a lot more about wargaming, more so than the split between what we're doing. But they do have guests if you're into wargaming, like loads of different guests from within the industry.
Okay.
But I'm working on a project with them that should be coming up soon. So keep an eye on Instagram and stuff as well, because I'm sure I'll announce that on Starline Forge for that as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. And then lastly, quite a small turnaround time announcement.
Okay.
I'm finally going to go to a physical event.
There you go.
To sell. Yay! Yeah, do you know what I mean? Finally. Now you might think when it's the Gaming Creator Summer Party. It's a one-shot event hosted by Ellen. Now it is a gaming majority gaming themed, and you might think, well, wargaming isn't gaming, but it is because we have Space Marine 2 and stuff like that. But it's more so I've got product that makes sense to be within that industry. Like again, even tabletop stuff makes sense. But I've got like bookmarks that can be themed after games and stuff like that. I've got a couple of other different accessories and things that are all linked back to video games and stuff. So I'll probably have that predominantly there to see and buy, but I will be doing some giveaways. We'll be working with me to do some giveaways. I'll probably have like a painting session as well with Chris, hopefully, if he's still able to make it, just to make sure that like if anybody picks up any of the miniatures, they're able to learn how to paint. Do you know what I mean? So there's all stuff working out, and those are the kind of the tidbits. There's a few bits I want to work on. But it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'll say obviously the event I'll be there as well, so I'm glad to obviously help you out and on your table, and obviously we'll be there just networking with everyone else as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I was thinking about it last night. I was deep in it last night. So like, I'm quite looking forward to when we go to events, we obviously network like we did when we went to the Capcom event. But with this, because we're behind a table, you're having to represent yourself as like a business. Do you know what I mean? Like it's different. Like you've got to market yourself. You've got to say like follow this and do that, and do you know what I mean? So I'm quite excited, and I think it's the right theme because I'm a big gamer anyway. Obviously, that's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
And I think I'll feel more comfortable to approach people and do that.
Yeah.
Than I would if I was at just a booth.
Because like you're being your environment in that sense,
because
you have the table there, you know what to talk about more.
Man, So I'm excited for that, and it's got the ball rolling. I'm already starting to try and project and plan like what I need to 3D print, what I need to get prepared. I want some dioramas prepared. And this also coincides with something that me and Sean are talking about. We're not really ready to announce it yet, but a little project we're working on that kind of is within that theme and vibe. So it's pretty exciting. I think summer's going to be pretty good. Try and see if we can get something going.
Hopefully next couple of month or two, hopefully a lot of stuff.
That'll be the plan.
Doing stuff.
And I hope, as a side note, I hope it'll get to a point where like we might even be able to have like a club where we can physically have people meet up and play games and do hobby at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that'll be the end goal. But anyway, that's the stars of the whatever the saying is. That is. But that's everything I've got. It's a pretty cool week. It was a rubbish start because I was ill, and then it's kind of spiraled into actually it's been a pretty good week.
Yeah, because I was literally just getting over my sickness the same time as you, pretty much. So
crazy. So do you want me to go into wargaming, or do you want to do gaming first?
Let's switch it up this week.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, because I'm always
I'll do the gaming first.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. You give me a break. Yeah.
All right. I think it's a bit of a slow gaming week. Obviously, last week we had the big news of the Xbox layoffs. 9,100 people laid off. Not even Xbox, it's Microsoft as a whole. So that was a bit crazy last week. So it kind of still trickled off the aftermath of that. Everyone was still finding out little tidbits after that, like what's going on, what studio's gone, and studio directors are moving here and doing whatever. So like, it's all been like a bit crazy last week still. Yeah. And I think when we left the podcast last week, we just found out obviously Forza was one of them, the Turn 10.
Yeah. No motorsport.
No more motorsport. It's a bit of a shame. To be fair though, like obviously Horizon definitely took over that whole the whole driving division. Yeah. To be fair, but motorsport was very good. It obviously competed with like your Gran Turismo and stuff like that, and your Grid, and whatever. Like
I think it was better in some.
Yeah, sense, it was a lot better. But it's a shame, like I mean, Forza Motorsport series began in like 2005 on the original Xbox. As I said, to rival Gran Turismo and stuff like that. So, and I can say it spawned off and into the series. It spun off obviously to the series of the Horizon stuff, the open world stuff, which is still cool. I mean, I'm gonna miss Motorsport. I'm gonna miss it. I'm not gonna lie. I like my racing sims. I like the real racing sims. Like I don't mind the arcadey sims like for Horizon and stuff like that. But I think the Forza, the Motorsport one, it's a bit more fun. Like.
Yeah, I think for me it's not so much because I like playing motorsport. I think it's just another element of that sport that's taken away from games, because you know sports games anyway, like football's big, like, they're all big, but they're also like quite niche.
Yeah.
And racing games particularly can be quite a
like
Marmite type of genre.
Like with the football stuff, you have normal like FIFA or whatever. Then you have the FIFA Street or something like
that.
Which is like the fun arcade.
Yeah, right.
Like, pick up and play anytime. Like you ain't got to be too serious with it and just
Yeah, and it's weird because for FIFA, like people will play normal FIFA over FIFA Street per se.
Yeah.
But with this, like people were playing Horizon over Motorsport.
I think that's because of turnaround. Because Motorsport never came out every year, like pretty much every year or every other year, like Horizon did. To be fair, so
that's true.
But yeah, it was a shame to see that studio like not doing anything anymore. And yeah, as I said, there's still a lot. There might be even still more news trickling out. Like, because if there's 9,000 old people, like there's still going to be more. So hopefully, maybe next week, if anything pops up, we'll let you know.
To be fair, there have been there's two studios. I know one was Arcane. Some of the devs from that and actually, so some of the devs from Arcane actually came out and said were just bashed Game Pass and said that.
That's literally I got that next.
Is that the next thing? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so I won't divulge too much of that. Yeah,
you can start the conversation. Let's go.
So Arcane obviously bashed Game Pass, and they were basically like
the founder Raphael Calatino thinks that Game Pass is an unsustainable model that has been increasingly damaging the industry for a decade. Talking about obviously, it's at the same point, reality has to hit. Like it's not. He doesn't think it's gonna last. Basically, like it's gonna. Something's gonna happen, and they're just gonna fade away, and things will go back to normal in that sense. That's what they think anyway.
Yeah.
But the new normal now is like with these subscription services, it's like it's everywhere, from Netflix to Disney to.
Well, that's the thing,
Amazon.
Because like, if you use that logic, you think like something like Netflix would fail. But then I say that I know Disney Plus is technically a failure for Disney.
This is it.
So I guess he's got some point. I guess
it's like obviously you had Blockbuster back in the day. All these things, Love Films. You had all these like they're all closed, gone. But the movies have to go somewhere. Everything has to go somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
And it's the same with the game shops. There's hardly any game shops floating around. Where's Game Station gone? You had all these things like on my high street where I lived, there was about 3 or 4 game shops, all pretty much gone. Yeah, game's gone. Now it's inside of a Sports Direct, for goodness sake.
Yeah, they don't even count.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
So the games have to go somewhere. This is a good model. It works. I mean, I know it's not. Some developers might not think it's the greatest thing to put their games on that because obviously it hurts them a little bit.
It's been a split. You get people that absolutely love it and people that absolutely bash it. I think it's just the nature of the product, isn't it?
This is it.
I don't know. A point I would make is if Game Pass was that bad, other particular companies wouldn't try and adapt their subscriptions to kind of match it.
Because all of a sudden when Sony announced that big PlayStation Plus Premium, whatever, that just came out of left field. Do you know what I mean? It's like
and that's practically the same. It's not the same, but it's practically the same.
Yeah.
But
that
was after
games.
and that was after the fact of Game Pass. So as much as maybe PlayStation's model would be sustainable, right? But the point is that without Game Pass's existence, I don't think they would have moved in that direction. So you have to weigh up both. And I think a lot of people are hurting with all the layoffs and stuff.
Yeah.
I think now's the wrong time to. Maybe not lash out's not the right term, but like kind of really, that the video I talked to you about last night is the prime example of, the one from Game Foundry.
Oh yes,
that video.
That one.
some of the stuff at the moment I think's a little clickbaity.
Yes.
To get people engaged and riled up, like, oh, you know, this is bad or this is good, and and I get it, but like, I don't like clickbait stuff because you worsen the situation. I don't think saying whether it's good or not doesn't help the people that have lost their jobs.
Exactly, it's not.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't help anyone. You should put all that energy into helping those devs get jobs back. Do you know what I mean? So, but anyway, that's a whole. I could go into a whole rabbit hole of that, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Obviously, you had that Neil Druckmann. He was not in the news, I guess. It's been about lately. Obviously, leaving the Last of Us show and stuff like that. But then, obviously, on a different note, his new game, obviously, the Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. This game's not even out yet. But one fan has taken it upon themselves to make a Lego set of the, as you see in the trailer, that Porsche. Yeah. Like, the guy fully made it. His name is Richard Van. He made it from I think his name, his company's like 2 Bricks kind of thing. So he's created this whole Porsche with the character as well, out of Lego. It's huge. It's a massive scale. Like, it's not a little small thing. It's he's gone to town with it. Like, it's insane, obviously. And he sent it to Neil, and obviously Neil's like approved it and everything on his Instagram. But it's just like stuff like that. It's cool to see. Like, do you know what I mean? Someone reaching out and making stuff for your games. Game hasn't even come out yet.
That just stuff like that's cool because I like, it's good because that person believes in the director, not necessarily the game itself. Like, they believe in the director that they're going to do a good job, which usually helps because when people believe in the games and they don't live up to what they want, it tends to be a bigger fallout. Whereas if you believe in the director, I guess they can, you can be upset with the director, but you know that they've made a Last of Us. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've worked on that. So yeah.
No, it was good. Like, if you check it out, like, I think it's on his Instagram, Neil Druckmann's Instagram. If you want to go check out the piece, looks really good. And also, some other little bits here. We have Stalker 2 coming to PlayStation 5.
The trailer was pretty good. I'll give them that. That was quite a clever trailer, you know.
I mean, did you play Stalker 2 yet? Have you played it? I played a little bit. I didn't play that much of it. I think at the same time Indiana Jones came out, I think it was around the same time.
I think it was around.
So I think that's why I didn't play it. I think I started it, then I jumped to Indy, but then I didn't even finish Indy. I jumped to something else as well. So I literally got to go back and just like finish these games.
Yeah.
There's too many games are popping up. You're trying to keep up with each.
Yeah, I know. Don't get me started.
Yeah. So yeah, that's coming to PS5 late this year. So look out for that if you want to jump on that. Also, another game announced this week, NBA 2K26. They showed off the cover athletes. So you have, I shortened his name SGA, which is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his name.
That's a tongue
So I just say SGA. That's what everyone says.
Okay, cool. I'm up to date.
SGA, he's on the standard cover copy. His team just won the NBA championships as well.
Nice, well done.
For Oklahoma City Thunder. And the women's cover is Angel Reese. She plays for Chicago Sky. Killing it this year actually as well. To be fair, she's doing good numbers over there. And on the Superstar edition, you have Carmelo Anthony, Hall of Famer, legend now, like crazy. So, and then there's a Leave No Doubt edition, which has all them on it as well. And yeah, it's coming soon. I mean, you got early access on the 29th of August. So if you pre-order now, you can get ready for the early access end of August, which is pretty fun. I might be able to get that game. I don't know. Like, I literally had that game every year, no problem. I've not even paid for that game. I can't even lie to you guys.
You're gonna try it again. That's what
no,
you're trying
no, literally not this year. I'm gonna have to take some money out of the wallet, and go get a game. But yeah, I'm down for it, man. I love my NBA games. That's what I grew up on. And another bit of news last night, we had State of Play. Not a normal State of Play. A little mini deep dive into Ghost of Yotei. Is that Yotei? Yotei? How do you say it?
How do I say Yotei?
How do people say it?
I think it's Yotei. It's probably we're probably butchering it.
Yeah, probably butchering
it because it's Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
But I remember initially I was saying Tsushima, but it's Tsushima.
Tsushima, yeah, that's what I
the
said.
T's silent, right? Yeah. So Ghost of Yotei, but the T's got the end of it's got an accent, so we're probably butchering it.
But yeah, that game had its own little state of play yesterday. So you follow the character, a new protagonist, Atsu. She's kind of a lone wolf mercenary on a mission to find the Yotei 6, a ruthless gang who apparently obviously slaughtered her family, and she's out for revenge, basically. Do you know what I mean? So
shocker with samurai.
Yeah, it was. I mean, watching the gameplay and everything just looks so good. Like, now you have how many different weapons? Like, obviously the dual sword.
6 or something, yeah.
I don't know what. I can't remember what the long blade is now. Like, but that looked insane. Like the movement, everything, like the whole parry thing, like even chaining like combos looked pretty different as well. Like looked pretty smooth as well. So I was very impressed, and obviously the overall environment of that game all the time just looks stunning. Like from the first one, it just looks stunning. Yeah. Like, and I like the way they did in the beginning of the show there. Like she was walking through her, I think where she grew up, and then they were clicking between her going like from adult to kid.
So when she was a kid.
Yeah, that was insane. Like, I like that. And they had it as well. Like she was on top of the mountain, and they pressed it, and the mountain tops changed, and the peaks and everything changed like that. So it's all good. I think I'm excited for it. I mean, we just watched it, and you saw my reaction. I was hyped. Like,
it's like no way. Every like 2 seconds. Yeah,
I was so hyped for that. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously, we go to Tsushima. I'm finishing off. Well, I'm not finishing off, but I'm in that game right now. So like, my levels right now are just like
I bet. Yeah, I played it near enough when it came out. Exactly. So it's slightly different for me.
But yeah. What else did you think Did you think it was good?
Yeah, I'd still start like after I'll say what I said to Sean in a minute. After I said, I still stand by what I said to you when we was at mine. But definitely after I said that, and they showed the combat gameplay and the weapons and the camp where you can have your wolf clan sort of come to you and stuff. I think that was really cool. It was a big change from Tsushima, because I think Tsushima, like all of that stuff,
you have to go find.
You have to go, and which is great because the game's gorgeous. But I still stand by though, and this isn't necessarily me saying that I might, but I would still have a slight inherent fear of like, could I get potentially like, oh, this is kind of like Tsushima, like I'm a bit bored, not from the story wise, but just from like the scenery and the gameplay and stuff like that.
That's most things like when you say that, one game springs to mind when you say something like that is like Assassin's Creed, because it's the same thing. You eagle drop here, it's the same. Yeah, it's just the environment looks, obviously every game's different. The environment you're in, but it's the same kind of samey gameplay. Like,
and I say it's like this is like an English. This is more like a point for people to think about and discuss. Not so much me saying, "Oh, the game looks the same. It's going to be crap." Do you know what I mean? Like, but I would have a slight fear that I wouldn't want to get like, like 20 hours in. I'm like, like when you, like you said with Assassin's Creed, you get 20 hours in, you're like, this is just kind of the same stuff. Which if you look at it on the onset, and it's a good thing because it looks like Tsushima, which is great. It looked great. The gunplay, although the combat looked great. Like all of that, it looked great. But it looked great to the point where if I'm doing it again, as I said, is there a potential I'd be like, well, okay, it's the same.
I mean, to be honest with you, even like I said as well, I was watching it afterwards. Obviously, I would want to do it. I'll probably play that game like 2-3 times. Like you say, you have the different modes, like the black and white mode. You have playing it with the Japanese, with the subtitles. I mean, you even had the lo-fi music, the hip hop.
Oh, that was weird. Man.
I loved that. No, that was amazing. I like that. It was so different as well. Like, would never expect that.
No,
that was cool. I like that. So there's different ways to keep you still engaged in the game, I guess. I know you're saying like that same feel, but there's little bits, little nuggets that keep you kind of interested.
As I say, I can envision it in my head where you'll start seeing people on going, oh, it's just the same game.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's, as I said, that's an observation for discussion, not so much me saying that's how the game's going to be, because it looks great.
And also with that as well, in that showcase, they announced 2 PS5 Pro consoles. One was like a goldy design, like white and gold. One was like white and black.
I'm assuming was it digital and disc drive? Or?
I think so. I
didn't really. I only just thought of it now.
We saw the consoles so we saw the consoles there, and also as well that you can buy the controllers separately because I don't need another console. To be honest with you, so as long as I can get the controls separately, that's what I'm happy about. So I'll be definitely trying to get one of them, or if I can get both of them, I need them.
Yeah.
They look cool. But yeah, last little bit. Usually I start off with this bit, but what you been playing this week?
Okay. What have I been playing this week? I'll start with we've been playing Destiny.
We've been playing Destiny.
Yeah,
That's
trying to catch it. Yeah, trying to catch that up. I don't think we're going to get through all of the content before the new DLC comes out, which is fine. We just
finished Witch Queen yesterday.
Yeah, we just finished Witch Queen, and yeah, so you know,
well, for me,
for you. I mean, I've capped it 100 times. We're not even getting to that. But we went start from Witch Queen and going through all of them because obviously Sean bought the big collection when it was on discount. I thought it's right for us to at least do those 3 DLCs. And we're just moving on to Lightfall.
Lightfall now, yeah.
Which we'll try and get through. But I actually realised going through it that when I played it, you had to wait the weekly times for the content to update. We ran through that way quicker because it was just a mission. Whereas for me, it was a mission, then lots of middle content in the week. Wait, and then do you know what I mean?
Tower,
go to the tower again. Yeah. And that was busy as well. The tower was busy. Whenever there's new DLC, it's always busy, and it was this week. But yeah, we're playing that. What else have we been playing?
Still playing Pokemon?
Yes, yeah, Fire Red. Yeah, I haven't played it for a couple of days, but I'm still playing through that. I think I said last week I beat Lieutenant Surge just a Geodude. Yeah, I just want to point that out again because that was a clutch. Pokemon, and I guess I've just been doing more hobby, just getting stuff painted up. You saw on the stream if you joined that as well, just trying to get that done. And I also realised I have enough. What I'm painting will have me enough points for me to play like a small scale Warhammer game. So I'm going to check what Jamelia's got and then check what Chris has got painted so that we can kind of run some smaller games on stream and between us together. And then eventually I'll work out, because there's combat patrol. I didn't think about this. Combat patrol boxes you can get that have all the models you need to play those games. And if not, as I said, we'll work out together what.
With the boxes, are they already painted?
No, you have to do it all.
Can you get them already painted?
If you buy them second hand.
Oh, okay.
But usually it's.
I thought sometimes you can get either one box painted or one. I don't know,
unless you do commission painting, because some commission painters, they will charge you a fee. So they charge, let's say the box is 90 quid, they charge you the 90 quid and then obviously the fee to paint.
Okay.
So then when you get it, you'll just have painted models. But I think if you're going to do it for you want to like the Chaos Lord, when we get to that, if I wanted him to stand out between that group of models, why not? You want a little showstopper. It's the main character, like the Titus. Maybe I'd get Titus painted up by someone who's more skilled than me at painting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, doing that, you kind of lose the whole. You painted it. You know the model.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? So
I hear you.
Yeah,
that's cool. So is that what you've been playing this week? Nothing else really? No.
I reinstalled Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
Oh yeah,
just
because.
Just because. Why not? I don't think there was anything else. I'm trying to remember my dashboard thing to really understand if I played. There's probably other stuff, but that's all the stuff I can think of at the moment. To be honest, it's mainly prepping for Destiny's new DLC, so that's why I haven't really thought of anything else.
Yeah, like you said, that's what was on my thing on the top right now, Destiny 2. We've just been grinding that out. Mm-hmm. I'm still confused with the options sometimes.
Sometimes he's cooked. Let's not. When we start streaming it, all I'm going to say is tell him to jump, please.
Yeah, my job is on point. I'm the Mario the Destiny one.
Yeah, all right. Oh my god, this guy.
So we're playing that. Ghost of Tsushima. Obviously, I've been playing that still a little bit. Obviously, I'm trying to finish that. What else have I started? Actually, I went back to my WWE, and I was telling you before, very upset.
Yeah,
my file got corrupted. I have to start everything all over again. So the My Faction mode is the only mode that stayed fine. So my island's gone. My character got deleted. So I lost all the VC. My showcase mode, which I finished, that all gone. So I have to play that all again, unlock all the characters again. Do you know what I mean? And then the My Rise, I never played it yet. So that's one thing I want to do. Like, obviously with the streams, hopefully me going forward with the streams and stuff on the Pixel Forge streams, I want to start playing that a bit more for you guys and just unlocking everything as well. So I think it'll be fun, just me just running through all that stuff with you guys as well. And also today is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 launch day as well. So it's out on everything right now. Switch to PS5, PC, everything, Xbox, and it's on Game Pass on Xbox if you're on Game Pass as well. So I have been playing that. Well, I played a little bit this morning. It's super fun. I feel like that's a game I'm going to play, like, say we played Destiny for a little while and just, okay, just have something to muck around in. Like, it's literally one of them games, just pick up quickly and just skate around and do some tricks and then just hop off again. Do you know what I mean? So I know it's got a career mode and everything like that, and I saw the roster of the players and stuff like that on there. There's quite a lot of pros. There's skaters on there when I used to skateboard back in the day as well. So like there's skaters on there I used to follow way back as well, like Bob Gilchrist, Chad Musker, I was like, they're still, I thought they were retired, like not retired, but like
I know
not doing a thing. Like it's insane. Like to see them there in the game was just shocking to me. But I know obviously it's following the characters from that game from way back anyway. So it's like it's not a shock, but it just feels like a shock because I haven't seen them for so long. But yeah, that's about it for the game and stuff this week. I say it's been a bit of a light week, and I know there's a bit of news, like say like Nintendo, they've taken away the voucher system.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
So there's other little stories here and there I'm floating about, but yeah, that's probably like the main bits this week. Anyway.
I even think I saw something on Switch about some users reporting that their consoles are getting banned after using second-hand games.
There you go. The Switch 2, I don't know what's wrong with their like. I don't know. Like it's so odd. Like people are even getting banned from their usernames and stuff like this. Like it's insane.
Do you know what I've just deeped? You know all this stuff with the games and owning them and transferring them. Do you remember when they tried to do that sort of stuff with the Xbox when they launched in 2013?
Yes.
Seems a bit weird. Everyone's not so up in arms about it now because it's Nintendo. But back in 2013, Xbox basically said the same thing about owning games, who owns them, and digital. Remember, it's almost identical. Identical process. Actually, Think about it. I just deeped it while we were talking about it. No one's kicked up a fuss. Like people complaining, you see, we're reporting this, but no one's actually kicked up a fuss. So, you know, Nintendo, so you reap what you sow at this point. You know,
if can't do wrong.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you, as I said, you reap what you sow. If Nintendo fanboys, you know, it's like, I guess it's like PlayStation, Xbox. You'll defend even crazy stuff sometimes, but this is what they tried to do with Xbox, and Nintendo have done it, and no one's kicked up a proper fuss. But anyway, we probably can discuss that next week. So, I guess we could start with 3 models, and then I'll move into gaming news for the wargaming stuff. No wargaming news. Oh no wargaming news this week. It's actually quite a lot of Warhammer. Okay. Because there wasn't too much generally that I saw that I wanted to point out. But Sean, do you want to pick one of the 3 models in front of you? It's a bit different this week. No Space Marines.
Let's pick this little dude.
Oh, good. You started with the Catachan.
Yeah,
very nice. Okay. So this is a Catachan Trooper.
Okay.
I guess one thing, and this is kind of an Easter egg to the other model that's there, kind of, you know, like Rambo themed.
I was about to say that. It's very Rambo.
So these guys come from the planet that is actually called Catachan, which is why they're Catachan Troopers, because they're Catachan. And the planet they're from is classed as a death world in the universe. And death worlds typically are planets that want to kill you. Everything, the water, the plants, the air, everything. Like their death world, that's what they say, like the planet would try to kill you. That's basically what a death world is. So these guys living on that, and this is a jungle planet, so it's not, this air's fine, but like it's
I can see that.
Yeah, right, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So imagine like the Amazon, but it wants to kill you 24/7, 7 days a week. So these guys, as you can probably imagine, are absolute specialists in jungle warfare. Like they're born into it. Like they're born bread and butter. That's their tactic. So you'll typically see when these guys are put on the battlefield, it's typically tends to be for like special covert or reconnaissance. Not so much like the scouts that we had before, the Space Marine scouts. These guys, you know, they're a bit more squishy, you call it, than a Space Marine scout. But yeah, they would typically do a lot of that. They work very independent as well within mission objectives. So if you're a commander and you said to a Catachan, you know, go do this mission, but you can't, you know, they might, I don't know, they'll say, go take out that base, but you need to keep one person alive. If that doesn't make sense, they won't keep the person alive. They'll just ensure that the mission's done.
Yeah,
So
by all means necessary.
yeah. So they'll follow mission rules, but they will, because of their skill and what they've learned and what they've honed, they'll know whether it makes sense they'll know if some of the parameters make sense to either keep or just do what they would do anyway.
Okay, so like last week, how you showed me the dwarf character, is that similar?
No, these guys are human. So these aren't. What do you mean?
Like in their tech, in their like how they operate? Because I know that you say they're obviously different characters, but I'm saying that in the way they operate. And
no, so the Scots from last week, they're more because they're small, they can do covert missions. These guys would do covert because a lot of jungle warfare is.
That's what I'm saying. The covertness is it like similar? Like, is it like
they use the word, but they do it two different ways.
Okay.
So as I said, like with the Scots, because they're quite small, they will do covert missions because they're hard to see. Yeah. Whereas with these guys, are hard to see because they've been trained to do it. Do you see what I mean? So the word's the same, but it's done in a kind of. But there's a few more models we'll get to that are like that, where they use the same skills. So, for example, like Gaunt's Ghosts.
Okay.
Their planet, when we eventually get to their planet, had a very special and unique forest that made them experts in forest warfare. Like they're almost like ghosts, effectively, but you wouldn't necessarily say that them and the Catachans would have the same outcome on an objective because they do that stealth very differently. Again, these are like Rambo, so how Rambo can adapt in a jungle, whereas with ghosts would be more like an assassin in a jungle trying to keep covert and hide and stuff like that.
All like predators.
Yes, actually, thinking like that, kind of like. But we'll go once we get to Gaunts because I think Gaunts will probably because the box you get is the whole unit is actually like 6 models. I'll probably just do one episode where I just talk about Gaunt's Ghosts because there's a lot to it. It's quite a big model.
Okay.
And so that's Catachan. They're pretty cool, really cool dudes. Catachan, so yeah, that's Catachan troopers. Now you've got one chap at the front, one chap at the back.
I was gonna pick up this chap at the front. But then I feel like this is connected to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pick him up. Cool. So this is another Catachan, but this one's slightly different. This chap's name is Sly Marbo.
Yeah.
He is basically a hero of the Imperium, you could call it. Like when people talk about Catachan.
Is he the Titus or Catachan?
I guess you could say that. Yeah, in a sense. He's at least one of them. There's a few different models they've had over the years. Sly Marbo is the only model that is still on the app. All the others aren't there. But there's actually a cool Easter egg about him that I'll get to in a second. But yeah, so he's like the rest of the Catachan, expert jungle warfare. He's typically referred to as the one-man army.
Yeah.
Because he just does stuff. And he basically... He's just one of the top experts within the Catachan for his performance, to the point where like some Catachan report that they might get a glimpse of his work, but not actually catch a glimpse of him. So like he'll go in, do the job, get out, kind of like Snake almost. Yeah, like he'd just do it, and someone will be like, I think I saw him, but I don't know. So he's actually an Easter egg to. I'll let you guess. Who do you think he could be an Easter egg to? And I think I've already said it. At this point, that model specifically is an Easter egg to a movie character, and I've mentioned it already. Actually, I realised I did a spoiler alert.
What you just said? Oh,
I said a character that the Catachan are themed after.
You said Rambo. That's what you just said. Yeah,
he's an Easter egg to Rambo. So his name's actually Sly is for Sylvester, and Marbo is for Rambo. So he was actually made as an Easter egg for Rambo, which is why he's like the top expert in the Catachan, partly obviously to make that. So, but yeah, he's a really cool model, pretty unique. Again, you can see sort of his own thing. He looks stupid. He was a fine cast as well, so a slightly different way of making a model. He's a bit awkward to put together. But yeah, he's really cool. Really unique character. He's one of the only characters you can get for the Catachan, which is also why I got him. So my Catachan had a leader unit within them. Because I've got loads of those as well. We haven't even got to that. But yeah, that's Sly Marbo.
For instance, sorry, one more thing of this. You see that obviously like the base on this is quite wide, it's bigger. Mm-hmm. Can you get these more bigger than put like more of a scene on it? Is that what people do?
So that's, so that's actually a wooden circle.
Yeah, I can see the wood,
yeah. So yes, you should, how do I explain it? If you play, if I went to a tournament with that, I'd either have to agree with the person I'm playing with or they'd tell me to rebase it. Really.
Oh, wow.
because that base he doesn't
So
come.
you want it to be like really how this one is.
You want that base to match what it says on his profile. So if he's meant to be on a 32mm base,
Okay.
he needs to be on a 32mm base. Because when you play the game, it line of sight. So when you get, if you might have seen like tape measures, right?
Yeah.
You'd get a tape measure and me and you would check if I can see that Chaos Lord, but you would do it like, depending on how you play, like you do it from the, sorry, I moved from the mic. You do it based on the base. But if I've put him on like a 100mm base, him being in the middle doesn't matter because if I'm seeing the base,
that's it.
Yeah, it's. I haven't played for a long time, so the rules are a bit. It could be totally different in the cup, but yeah, typically you'd need to have it the same base. But to be honest, I'm playing friendly games. If I go to a club, which I don't really do at the moment, if I was to go to a club and someone really kicked up a fuss, I'd either just say, "Oh, you concede, you win," or I would just do something else. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But yeah, I some of them, like characters like that, I tend to like to put them on bigger bases because I like to do a bit more with the bases. But yes, you're right. That's a good question.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just wondering because he's on a bigger base there, so I thought maybe you did that to put more of a scene, like because he's got the stuff behind him there, and people make them bigger to put, I don't know, half a building or something broken.
Yeah.
Like.
So he come with the extra little bit at the back. He actually comes with that at the base, and you're supposed to put it next to the rockeries on. You put it right next to it on the base, but I just felt like it looked really cramped.
Tight,
So I was like, I wanted to open it up so it looked a bit more scenic.
If that was on this one here, it'd be like literally round.
Yeah, and which is what it was kind of like. So yeah, Slime Mobo, pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool character. And the last one is Chaos Lord.
Talking about the last one.
Yes. So have I shown you any Chaos Space Marines? I don't think I've showed you any Chaos Space Marines yet. So this guy is like.
This guy looks like a boss.
Yeah, he is. No, you're right. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, you took the words right. So yeah, he's fully devoted to chaos. So he's he'll be one of the Space Marines that's like there's nothing else that will change his mind. He's convinced in the ways of chaos. He believes in the gods or particular god because there's several gods. Unless it's Black Legion where they don't necessarily believe in the chaos gods, they just believe in the powers it bestows. He's fully devoted to that cause, and they're kind of, I guess, like captains and lieutenants. Yeah. They tend to have tactical prowess, so they know how to command squads or armies. And they're typically, they'll be in charge. Not so much like a sergeant, but more, as I said, more like a captain or a lieutenant. And yeah, they'd be devoted to one particular one particular god.
Yeah.
Or as I said, if it's Black Legion, that legion is, they're not big fans of the gods. They kind of follow Abaddon. Which is another thing we'll get into. Yeah, he's a chaos. When we get to Horus Heresy stuff, him and Horus will become a bit more of a predominant name that you'll hear. But yeah, so basically, one of the things Chaos Lords hope for is they hope that they can show themselves show that they're so devoted to chaos and that they do so many things. Like kill millions of innocent people, destroy planets, all of that jazz. In the hopes that a chaos god would transform them into a demon, because
they're trying to show off to get recognized for their work and
because
be rewarded.
So there's all different. There's all different chaos gods, right? For example, the easiest one I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, the easiest one is Khorne, which is basically like berserkers.
Okay.
So Khorne, If this Chaos Lord was just outright slaughtering and all of that stuff, like super aggressive, all of that stuff, like a berserker, he would hope that eventually Khorne would bestow upon him a demonic upgrade. So whether that him turning him into a full demon, or he might get a demon arm, or so they work towards having upgrades as a demon. That's what they want. They want to rise to demonhood because it's just seen as a show of strength.
Okay. And
some of the demons, when some of them become demons, they can get to as powerful as a Primarch, but they're not. But they can get to.
Okay.
Because there are traitor Primarchs that, like we've talked about before, there are Primarchs that turned traitor who also then became demons. Wow. So there's a whole thing with that. Yeah. That's a whole other kettle of fish. All part of the Horus Heresy. But yeah, that's a Chaos Lord. Pretty cool model, something different. Those are the 3 models. I know 2 of them were kind of Catachan, but I thought, why not? I was thinking outside the box, yeah.
Like you see, I was just the main Catachan there, and it's a soldier, I guess. That's cool.
Yeah, and the Catachan models, they're due an upgrade. Those haven't been upgraded in like 20 years.
Bloody hell. So when you just said upgraded, what would they do? Just change the outfit?
Change the sculpts, upgrade them. When we get back to mine, I'll show you like current Astra Militarum models,
Yeah.
and I'll show you the difference between their originals and their counterpart. These models have no modern counterpart. They're very old, 20 years.
So with the Chaos, the one there,
Chaos, this is a bit more.
Have they upgraded that one for over time, or has it just been the same?
Yeah, there's with Space Marine stuff and Chaos Space Marines, it always gets upgraded. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So I don't think this is a super old one. This was Blackstone Fortress, I think, but there's loads of Chaos.
So when they announce a new set, do they upgrade them? Is that way?
Typically,
okay.
if there's a new edition, you typically get an upgrade. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. That's the 3 models.
Cool.
And then I've got a little bit of news. We're actually doing good for time as well. I was just having a look at the time to make sure I was doing good. But let me just take a sip of water.
Yeah, it's hot over here in England. If anyone here.
Thank God for the aircon. Thank you for bringing that in. Thank God.
Studio's good. Helping.
First, let's talk about. So, as of writing, the pre-orders will be going live tomorrow. But when this episode comes out, the pre-orders would have been live for a week. So they would be because pre-orders are typically a week. So when this comes out, pre-orders will be ending. So if you've managed to get hold of this box, well done. If you didn't, yeah, well done. To be fair, before I get into that, the Space Wolves box that came out, I actually realised a lot of places still have that. And they still have stock of it. So either people didn't pre-order because they were worried they wouldn't get it, or GW made more. I don't know. But anyway.
Was that one with the scalpers you said?
Yes, when I talked about that stuff. Yeah. So stuff like that, yeah. But yeah, anyway. So, pre-order new Horus Heresy, Saturnine. So, and new rule book. So I've got the box. You can see it on my shelf, the black one. That was when they first relaunched Horus Heresy. So that was first edition. New edition's coming out now. It comes with 50 miniatures, so it's about a 50-50 split between the two factions you can paint them up as. With mine, I'll be painting them as one faction. I'm never gonna mix for Horus Heresy. I only want one. I didn't really even need to get into Horus Heresy, but I was like, if I'm gonna have it, I only want to stick to one faction, and that's it. 'Cause it's just easier on my life, which is Space Wolves. So the main thing about this is the Terminators that come with it. So I showed you the Terminators. I showed you Terminator and Captain, Librarian and Terminator armor. I think I've showed you a Captain as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So
much to figure.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot to think about. I know. So basically, in classic Warhammer, they looked very different. They had these big half egg dome shoulders. It was. I need to show you a picture actually. And this box includes them. So it's the first time we've seen them in about 20 years.
Okay.
And they're in plastic, which is also cool. I'm not a big fan of the shoulders, and I'll show you, and we'll probably talk about it next week as well. I'm not a big fan of the shoulders, but it's cool. I like it when they do release nostalgic models like that, because there'll be a lot of people that want to get into that just because it's a bit of a remembrance. But that's why I wanted to point that out. Pre-orders will going live tomorrow.
So when they do have they had an anniversary recently, didn't they?
They have all sorts of anniversaries, store anniversaries.
But when they have the anniversary, do they bring back, say, them older ones like that? Do they tend to, go back in the archive and just
Yeah, they kind of can. They'll tend to, they might re-release a model from 20 years ago as a store anniversary model to sell and stuff like that. So they can sometimes.
Do they do whole sets, though, the whole army?
Not for anniversaries, really. Okay. It'll just be individual models that they've obviously modernised. So no, not typically. I don't know of any box sets where you can.
So what anniversary have they just done? What are they on 25 years? What are they on I don't know.
25? No, it must be longer than that. What was the anniversary they were set? I can't remember.
So if they've gone past 25, then maybe if it gets to 30, then we're here's a whole. Would they do a whole box? Maybe maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if they do the box because of the problems they keep having with availability.
Would that though? If they did that, would that depend on where? I'm trying to figure out what to say. Where the stories, because is the story still developing in that world? Is there still
Horus Heresy is more like Halo Reach.
Okay.
We know what's going to happen because we're currently in the 40k universe. So everything in Horus Heresy's kind of happened, and they're still writing the book. So I guess in that sense you are learning, but the outcome is preordained because we're already in the 40th century. You know what I mean? 40,000 centuries. So, but yeah, models wise, there's still a lot of room. But think of it like Halo Reach. We know the outcome. We know what's going to happen.
That's cool.
But yeah, so that's coming. What else is there? And to what you said, the big summer Warhammer preview on the 18th.
There you go.
Yeah, that's coming next week. So I'll probably bring it up again with some more potential ideas. I've got a few here, but that'll be
There's no gaming on that. Was it going to be just the table?
Just tabletop.
Okay.
Sometimes they have gaming stuff if there is, but from what I've seen, it's just tabletop stuff. And some of the rumors I've seen online, and to be fair, I might even see if we can get Chris on, because Chris would be pretty cool to have him with us to sort of talk through the show before and after the fact. New army for Age of Sigmar, which is the fantasy stuff. We've just got a new army for Age of Sigmar. No, for Classic, not Age of Sigmar. For Classic. So getting a new army for Age of Sigmar is quite a big thing. So like you said, if it's a new army, there'll be a big box, big celebration, stuff like that. And then there's potentially new models and scenery for Necromunda, which is like like the big hive cities I've talked about before, where millions of people live in.
Yes.
This game is set within one of those. Necromunda is one of those cities. It's set within that, and there might be more scenery model we've seen, and I'll get to that in a minute. There's models being announced now in the lead up to that, so you'll probably see more in that game. That's Chris's favourite game type as well, but we'll see more in that. And then potentially we'll see more codexes, which I've told you before are the rules and updated rules for models and armies and stuff like that. So it should be interesting, but I'll probably have more speculation next week, and then the week after that we'll probably have a big episode where we'll talk about what was announced, and I'll probably make sure that takes up a lot of the wargaming time. Then on that, coming up to the end of the news is we got 2 new models. They're called Palatine Enforcers. The faction is called Palatine Enforcers. They're kind of like the police within like a Necromunda.
It sounds like it when you said that. I was about to say that.
yeah. So they're kind of like the police within Necromunda and all those hive cities. And there's a new kit coming out which has 8 enforcers in it, with captains and sergeants, which we haven't really seen too tough before. You've seen them, but not like this. And then 2 cyber mastiffs, so 2 cyber dogs.
Okay.
As well. And the cool thing about this is the captain and the sergeants, they look like they've got psyker abilities, which I have never seen on this faction before. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool thing, and we'll talk more about that as they announce it. And then they've got a separate upgrade sprue which gives more arms and weapons and heads and stuff, so you can further customize and kit bash that kit specifically, or any other kit. You don't have to just use, you can use Necromunda stuff from 40k and all of that stuff as well. So it's pretty cool. I think Necromunda is going to get a big hit on the 18th. I think we're really going to see Necromunda get a big push, which we've seen recently, but seen before. But I think this time it looks like, because you typically see the kits they're building up to typically will be the bigger announcements at shows. So I think Necromunda will get a big hit. And then lastly, DK Books, they do a lot of the encyclopedias, big chunky books.
Yes.
Yeah, you know them?
Yes.
Yeah, so they partnered with Warhammer.
Oh my God.
to make a 40k universe, an encyclopedia.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. Because I said DK Books.
Books, yeah.
They're doing an encyclopedia, but it's on the characters and the people within the universe. Now, and the reason I bring this up, I mean, I brought it up for the book, but the reason I bring it up is because Lieutenant Titus is available. The model is available with this book. So now it's like the 6th time they've released this model with something.
Oh dear.
So I was like, why? Like, I get why, because he's the poster boy. So it absolutely makes sense. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it absolutely makes sense. But it's just like another Titus with another thing. So it's cool for people that, I guess they're hitting the DK book side of things. So it's cool for those people. But yeah, and it's cool, it's Titus, but I'm also at the same time.
But it's just the same Titus build?
Yeah, same model. The one I built, same. From every other time they've announced it, it's the same one.
I thought maybe they changed it.
No, it's the same one. But again, as much as I'm being, tit for tat, it's cool, it's a good thing. If people, as I said, people that get the books, they get a model with it, and it's a known model because, again,
especially me, if I go buy it, do you know what I mean?
You can build it. Yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah. So, interesting, pretty cool. They had another book that they came out, but it didn't have a model. So I guess they thought actually it makes sense to put the 2 and 2 together to try and drive engagement. So, that's all I've got. More gaming news. Yeah, that's actually all I've got. So,
that was a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot there. It was actually a lot. Again, it was another week where I was like, I'm not sure. And then I started seeing a couple of odds and ends on there. So,
got one question actually. When you talk about boosting the was it Necromunda, you said?
Necromunda, yeah.
Necromunda, yeah, sorry. The names are I can't think about his names. But when you boost that, it's talking about boosting that series kind of thing. Do they do that periodically as well? Like find a set to do and just boost it?
Yeah, so you might find that Warhammer 40k, in the last event, it might have been all Warhammer 40k. Yeah. But then this event, because Necromunda hasn't had a lot of love recently, they'll go, that set needs it and boosts it. Yeah, so it kind of typically depends on if the sets are super popular and stuff, typically. But yeah, look, I mean, the only announcement might be like a bit of scenery for Necromunda. We don't know, but I think Necromunda, from what I'm seeing, that probably get a big push. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I guess that is it, guys,
Yeah,
for the podcast. We appreciate you guys listening and following along. I hope the information you got was. I'm soaking it still in. Like, there's so much information.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of wargaming, especially.
Yeah, wargaming stuff is a lot.
And ask questions. If there's anything I say that I could be wrong or anything you need help with, just let us know.
Yeah, just leave in the comments below, man. We'll answer all your questions. Even in the next episode of stuff, we'll find a little section, to correct ourselves.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, appreciate everyone listening. Check out us this week. Obviously, we're streaming on Twitch every Thursday.
Yes, every Thursday.
Every Thursday. Check out the stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pixel Forge podcast. You'll catch us there. Not myself at the moment, but Joshua will be there on the streams. Obviously on our Instagram page as well, Pixel Forge podcast. You can see stuff on there as well. Starline Forge.
Yeah, updates for that event in August. Keep track on that if you're going to be there and stuff as well. That'd be cool to know.
Yeah, obviously on my Gaming Party Pro stuff as well. So just keep an eye out for that stuff coming up as well. And on that note, have a good week, guys. Catch you next week.